Okay, so today's topic is isoenzyme. So we have enzyme, one enzyme A to C reaction is there. Substrate A is there and product C is there, and in between enzyme is required. So that is enzyme which is helping to convert the substrate A into the product C. So there is enzyme E1. So can there be enzyme E2? Can different enzyme be there? So for that purpose, we are going to learn here the concept of isoenzyme. Isoenzyme are the multiple form of enzyme catalyzing the same reaction. These are called as the isoenzyme or isozyme. So there are sometimes a multiple form of enzymes which can catalyze the same reaction. So can they differ in some amount? They can differ in physical and chemical property. So these enzymes can have different Km values, different Vmax values, different pH optimum, different structure, different electrophoretic mobility. So these things can differ in this isoenzyme, but these will catalyze the same reaction. Okay, they will be different form. And why this isoenzyme can be different form? So one, they can be synthesized by different genes. They can have different subunit composition. So likewise differences is there in the isoenzymes. So here we are going to study one simple reaction, lactate to pyruvate conversion. We know lactate to pyruvate conversion require LDH, lactate dehydrogenase, and in this reaction NAD plus is getting converted into the NADH plus H plus. So basically we have lactate to pyruvate conversion and we require enzyme lactate dehydrogenase. Can this lactate dehydrogenase be different in the different organism or different tissues? So here we are going to see particular one organism, for example us, and it depends in the different tissues. So we have different tissues here and we have isoenzyme LDH 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 different isoenzymes of lactate dehydrogenase, and we have H subunit and M subunit. H subunit stands for the heart and the M subunit stands for the muscle. So when LDH1 is there, it means that it has H4 contribution and it is mainly occurring in the heart and RBC. LDH2 means it is a H3M, it is occurring in heart and RBC. So upper H is higher, it means that it can occur in the heart. So LDH3 is there, H2, M2, it occurs in brain and kidneys. LDH4, HM3, it occurs in liver and skeletal muscle, and LDH5, M4, it is mainly occurring in skeletal muscle and liver. So here we have 5 subunits of LDH1, and based on the whether it is occurring in the heart or the muscle, we will have different organ involved. So here it is involved in heart. So if you want to draw subunit composition, you can take H4 first and then decrease H by 1 here. See here, H4 is here, then we decrease by 1. So H3, and we are instead add 1 extra M here. H2, 2 hydrogen H heart unit we decrease, and M2 muscle subunit we added. Okay, HM3, M4. Likewise we can increase this subunit composition and you can name the name. So even if you remember LDH1 is the H4 heart subunit, you can know downstream subunits in subunit contribution. So basically these are the different types of isoenzyme, and this LDH1, LDH2, LDH3, LDH4, LDH5, they will catalyze the same reaction. A lactate conversion to the pyruvic acid, and this NADH getting converted into NAD plus getting converted into NADH and H plus, and here is the lactate dehydrogenase. It can be lactate dehydrogenase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this reaction, this different subunit will be available in the different tissues. So for example, LDH1 will be the higher in the heart and the RBC. LDH2 will be higher in the heart and RBC. LDH3 will be higher in the kidneys and the brain. LDH4 will be higher in the liver and muscle. LDH5 will be higher in the skeletal muscle and the liver. So likewise different isoenzyme can have the different location of tissues involved. So for example, I have some defect in my heart. So which LDH we can, and we say some defect is there in the heart or muscle or any organ. So we say, for example, this LDH should increase. So LDH is increasing. Which LDH we expect to increase? So we increase. See, heart is here, so H4. So this is LDH1 should increase in the myocardial infarction. So based on this one we have this other diagram. So we were talking about this isoenzyme are the same units of the enzyme which are catalyzing the same reaction. So multiple form of these are the multiple form of the enzyme which catalyze the same reaction, isoenzyme. So here we have isoenzyme. So this is electrophoretic mobility. So we have negative and positive portion. If you apply the for example our protein here, normal serum, this will migrate like this. Okay, so first LDH1 will migrate faster toward the negative. It means the LDH1 is a positive, more positive, then LDH2 is more positive, then LDH3, LDH4, LDH5. So whether LDH1 will migrate very fast, LDH2 will come, it will migrate little bit slower, LDH3 more slower, LDH4 more slow, LDH5 it will move very little bit because it is comparatively that much not that much positive. So that is the electrophoretic mobility. Electrophoretic mobility means if you apply the electric current, these proteins start moving to the negative direction. So if protein is positively charged, they will move to the negative. So this LDH1 is a positively charged, so it will move from here to here like this. Okay, and based on this how much band is there, we can see its intensity. Based on intensity of the band we can see how much concentration is there. So this is a normal serum, LDH1, LDH2, LDH3, LDH4, LDH5. So this is a little bit lower concentration. LDH2 is higher in this serum, LDH4 is here, 4, 5. So we have concentration based on peak height. We can say how much concentration is there. So LDH2 is normally higher in the serum. And now we have myocardial infarction. So what do you expect? Myocardium, it is heart. Okay, heart. Which subunit are involved? LDH1, LDH2. So whenever you have some infarction in heart, we expect that LDH1, LDH2 should increase. So that is why. So this peak increase, this peak increased. So that is why LDH1 increase. So this is LDH1, LDH2 increase can be found in myocardial infarction. Now suppose we have liver disease. So what happened in liver disease? So liver, here LDH4, LDH5. So here LDH5 can be increased here. So we can be specifically here LDH5 is increased here, for example. So it is located in the liver, and we can expect that if you have liver damage, the LDH5 will increase. So that is a different isoenzyme. They will have different electrophoretic mobility, and based on electrophoretic mobility we can identify whether it is LDH1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can, based on the peak height, we can see the intensity. And if you have specific disease, and even if you run the protein electrophoretically, you can, if you find LDH1 and 2 is higher, we can suspect there is a myocardial infarction. If LDH5 is higher, we can suspect a liver disease. Likewise, there is another enzyme, creatine kinase or creatine phosphokinase. So where this enzyme is involved, so we have phosphocreatinine here. So phosphocreatinine is getting converted into the creatinine. Here ADP is getting converted into the ATP, and the creatine phosphokinase enzyme is involved. So what happened here is isoenzymes. There are 3 different types of isoenzyme: creatine phosphokinase 1, 2, and 3. So these are the CPK1, CPK2, and CPK3, and there are different subunits: BB, MB, and M. So here B stand for brain. So BB will be present in the brain, CPK1 will be in the brain, MB will be in the heart, and MM in the skeletal muscle. So based on the where damage is there, or some damage is there, if it is related to brain, we can see whether CPK is increased, or whether this EMM skeletal muscle CPK3 is increased. So that is importance of enzyme. So here we learn that isoenzyme, different form of the enzyme which are catalyzing the same reaction, but they may have the different physical chemical properties. So Km values, Bmax value, optimum pH structure can be different, electrophoretic mobility can be different. Out of this, electrophoretic is also important. So we can separate the protein and we can see the peaks, and we have LDH isoenzyme, 5 isoenzyme, and the CPK3 isoenzymes. So that's it for today's class. Thank you.